It was just emails coming in faster than you could believe. Ban, 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 ban.
So it wasn't just the socials.
Oh, no, the Matrix presses a button, my friend.
Yeah.
And every app on your phone stops working. Coordinate effort all at once, every single one of them just goes, no. They've done it all. They've run out of ammo, and I'm still alive. And now they're like, click, click, shit. What else are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna say about me now? When the Matrix attacked me, I knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. I woke up one day, and all these charities and NGOs, these shadow things, all at the same day started making articles, like the same morning. 20 different charities from all around the world the same day did an article on how I'm bad. So that's weird. And then the next day, like every major LGBTQ Instagram page, bang, did a post. Like it's in sync. Bam, 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 bam. And I was like, this is I know I'm done. I knew I was done. Even the way the Matrix has attacked me and attempted to destroy me, even at my level, it's been a genuine assault. Like it's not just your social medias, it's your payment processor, it's your bank, it's imaginary court cases over imaginary shit. It's journalists contacting every ex-girlfriend you ever had saying, we'll pay you £50,000 if you have a bad story about Andrew. That's effectively a bribe. Make one up. Damn. They don't ask for proof. Damn. Just make up a story. We'll give you 50 G's. It's contacting all your exes, everyone who you've ever done business with, anyone who dislikes you. Investigative journalists calling up everybody. And it's kind of scary how orchestrated it is. It's not like just, accidental. Every media outlet in the world running the same story in the same day at the same time. Like someone decided, get rid of him. It's crazy. It's scary because first they delete you and then after that is imaginary charges and send you to jail. And the third is put a bullet in your head. So it's like, I've kind of used up one of my lives. Yeah. So you're sitting there going, now what? Right? So then you got to get scared. Then you get a bit scared. So when they were contacting and calling all these people, I was like, they're trying to drum up some charges on me. They're just trying to find a reason to send me to jail for no reason. So it is scary, man, when the Matrix attacks. Like no matter how insulated you are against it, you do sit there and go, here we go. They take everything.
Everything. Coordinated effort all at once.
Coordinated effort all at once. Every single one of them just goes, no. Delete, 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 delete. And they come at you with everything.
And Stripe.
Banks.
Payment processing.
Oh, and banks. UK-based banks as well. High Street, banks, I can name. Santander, HSBC, Barclays, etc. all at the same time. Oh, no, sorry, to change, we've decided because blah, blah, some bullshit, some letter, close your accounts. So they take all your banking, they take your payment processing, they take all your social media presence, they take your Discord, they take your Skype, they take all your accounts, your ability to communicate with people, and then they lie about you in the press.
Controversial influencer Andrew Tate has been banned from Facebook and Instagram for violating its policies around dangerous individuals for his misogynistic and offensive comments towards women. The decision has been hailed by a number of campaign groups which claim that Mr. Tate poses a genuine threat to young people.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you put out content promoting violence against women, which is the case with Andrew Tate.
To summarize Andrew Tate, he is somebody that has used his platform to spread hate online, particularly against women and misogynistic content.
And they leave you there. they leave you there to suffer. They attempt to harm you.
You can understand the social component. All right, these guys are probably all working in unison.
Why did Andrew Tate get banned?
Everybody already knows I was banned because I talked against the Matrix. They
Just
know
the system in general.
The system in general, yeah. I mean, someone compared me to Socrates, which is a compliment, but he was vilified. He ended up poisoning himself in Athens. The charge against him was corrupting the youth. If you read about his poisoning and his arrest, they said he was corrupting the youth, but he wasn't corrupting them. He was inspiring them to challenge authority. He was inspiring them to think for themselves. When they were told something, instead of blindly complying, he said, look, analyze who these people are who are telling you to do X. If you have a point of view that you are very strong in your adherence to, if you truly believe something, you need to sit and analyze whether it's your own personal experience that makes you believe something, or if someone else or something else has convinced you of this. And if they have, you need to then once again analyze that point of view and analyze who these people are and what they want from you. Do they truly want the best of you? If the news convinces you of something to the point where you're going to argue with your own family members at a dinner table, does the news really care about you more than your family? This is a genuine question. You need to analyze every belief you hold, where it came from, and then analyze what their intentions are. And when you encourage people to think for themselves, especially the youth, that's what Socrates got accused of. He's corrupting the youth. When you have the masculine youth of the world thinking for themselves, that's pretty scary to authority. Because it's the masculine youth of the world that is, one, the revolutionaries, and two, also, that's the backbone of the slave force. If you need people to go die in a ditch in Afghanistan, you need them. If you need people to work bullshit jobs in a coal mine, with no health care, you need them. If you need people to blindly comply to bullshit, you need them more than anybody. More than you need the feminists and the liberals. You need the real men to go out there and comply with the bullshit, to live a shitty existence, to purport and prop up a system.
The warrior class.
The warrior class, right? And if enough of these men stand in one place and say this is enough, that's when a revolution happens. So this is the most dangerous group of the demographic that the Matrix and the people are trying to control, and they have to have a narrative over, and that's why they're trying to weaken them in every regard. And when I'm sitting there saying, don't listen to the bullshit, become physically strong, think for yourself, prioritize your brotherhood above what the Matrix is telling you, do not blindly comply, resist the slave mind, all these things I'm saying, they just sat there one day and said, wait, the most popular person on the planet is saying, don't listen to our bullshit. Delete. When you have a monopoly, and this is the beautiful thing about the world, because the world's so sick. When you have a monopoly over anything, you believe that your monopoly will last forever. Everyone always has. The Roman Empire did, the Third Reich, social media companies. When you have a monopoly, we're smarter than all the other control mechanisms and monopolies. We're never going anywhere. We're too smart. And the funny thing about monopolies and tyranny is that you have to use force. And force is something I understand very, very well. Force is a very, very powerful tool until it's overused. Let's use the Romanian example, just because I live in Romania. It's the only reason I'm going to use it. There's a riot, there's a protest, you send the army, get rid of it. Riot, protest, send the army, get rid of it. Riot, protest, send the army, try and get rid of it. They won't leave, open fire on protesters. Too much. People have had enough. Then you end up ousted. There comes a point where you can use force, but once it's overused and people don't believe in your fairness, people don't believe in the fact that you're non-biased and you're still using force, there is a mass uprising. This is the human nature. I truly believe my banning was that moment in social media. The stock prices reflect it. My views on Rumble reflect it. The public sentiment across all social media platforms reflect it. People understand that they have overstepped the mark and they are no longer seen as trusted with force. You can't have force if you're not trusted with it. The reason we accept our governments to have police forces and guns and weapons is because to a degree we trust them. Once you accept your government is a psycho, tyrannical dictator, you don't want him to have any force anymore. I think they made a massive, massive mistake. And if they don't see it themselves yet, they will certainly. I don't really want to talk too much in depth about who I think they are, because I'm trying to stay alive and I would never kill myself. But it's certainly happening, and I think anybody with a brain can see the narrative is out there, and the narrative is being reported and accelerated by all mainstream media channels. And what's actually been interesting about this whole cancellation thing is it hasn't negatively affected me in any serious way, because I've been saying on podcasts for years, I know a cancellation is coming. But what it has done is it has awoken the world, to anyone who's perspicacious enough to pay attention, to learn which individuals out here in the social media space actually have character and believe what they say, and which are completely bought and sold and are tools to the Matrix. The people who have decided to stand up for me and say, no, this is bullshit, are people who have, to some degree, credibility. You know, this is people who say what they truly believe. But the people who were totally a fan and then post-cancellation shit themselves in 180 and to get a new piece of paper to talk from, that should tell the public out there exactly who's controlled and whether these people have a genuine narrative that they're trying to report on the world. But I'm glad it happened just for that alone. I've read enough history books to know that the people who do the censoring are never the good guys. And they've been censoring a lot of arguments for a very long time in the name of good. They are weaponizing virtue, and it's always in the name of tyranny. Anybody who is out here trying to silence an entire side of an argument on any subject, they are the evil people who are out for absolute mind control of the populace.